What's up guys, Reminisce. Recently there was a big balance patch in KO server. Some classes got buffed, some classes totally changed due to the update. After the patch there are lots of controversies going on about recent tier lists, so we want to share which classes are showing decent results nowadays. Before we get in, notice. This tier list is based on our experience playing in contents and is not just focused on DPS. Also it can be changed due to follow patch notes, so we'll let you know if there are major changes. Let's get into it. S tier. Predator. Predator Slayer is showing decent DPS in end contents. Handling its identity and deciding when to activate it needs your experience, but still, it's a great class with almost no risk. Taijutsu. Taijutsu Scrapper got a rework with their identity. Now they can activate Z to use powerful skills regardless of their gauge limit. This rework solved a major problem with Scrapper and made it super handy for Scrapper to perform huge amount of DPS compared to the past. Shock Training. Shock Training Scrapper also got affected by the rework. It got a bit slower, but showed huge damage compared to other DPS classes. Pinnacle. Pinnacle Glaivier was unbeatable right before the balance patch. Due to the balance patch, Pinnacle Engraving got nerfed a bit, but still it shows decent amount of damage with low stress. Full Moon. Full Moon Soul Eater is a great class with suits well on end contents. It got nerfed during the patch, however its compact rotation still works well in raids. Remaining Energy. Remaining Energy is a hot potato in KO server. Some say it's S tier, and some say it's not. However, in my experience of playing Remaining Energy for over 3 years, it's close to S tier. It got riskier but gives higher return. It's therefore more difficult to fill its identity, but shows higher DPS. A tier. Mayhem. Mayhem Berserker got buffed because of Red Dust refix. Red Dust buff remains for 8 seconds, which means Mayhem can use both main and sub skills while buff is on. However, even though it has high utility, users feel difficult to survive until they get experience in raids. Esoteric Skill Enhancement. Esoteric War Dancer is an A tier with S tier potential. After the balance patch, Esoteric War Dancer has full rotation along with new powerful skill. A remake of skill effects made this class look cooler than before. First Intention. First Intention War Dancer is also an A tier with S tier potential. Similar DPS with Esoteric, but became a lot stronger compared to the past. The DPS gap can differ depending on bosses you fight, but it is a great class to play. Esoteric Flurry. Esoteric Flurry Striker was and is showing great result in end contents. Easy to handle and with decent damage. The Death Blow. The Death Blow Striker got buffed after all. Change of skill made its rotation a lot more compact and handy. Easier to handle with high DPS. The Death Strike. The Death Strike Sharpshooter was not affected by the balance patch, however it shows great DPS in end contents including Thermine. A tier with S tier potential. Surge. Surge Deathblade shows similar DPS with Remaining Energy, but we place it as A tier because it has low utility compared to Remaining Energy. After the patch, Surge uses two-handed sword skills to quickly fill 60 stacks. Some of two-handed skills force the player to stand still, so we place it as A tier. Can become S tier if you get experienced. Thirst. Thirst Reaper is a farm A tier with S tier potential. It performs high DPS and utility with suits perfect on end contents. However, it also requires high controllability to handle, so we placed it as A tier. The Dark Moon. The Dark Moon Soul Eater is a great class among DPS classes, but has less compact rotation compared to Full Moon. Overall DPS is similar, but the actual DPS in raids shows a bit lower. The gap between them got closer, but still A tier. And that's it for today. Inside the video, there are some classes which can perform A tier DPS, but we didn't include because of other reasons. We'll let you know if there are more classes who rise up, so don't worry even though your class is not mentioned. Thank you for watching our video, and please feel free to join our channel for more useful contents. Thank you.